Hello, welcome to the Friendly Commandos. Today we are going to be doing Armchair General. We missed it yesterday, so we're going to do a little bit of catch up. There's a lot that happened this week. Regular Ukraine stuff. They did have the Victory Day parade, so we'll cover that. And we will talk about what happened in Kashmir. So to start, we have the Second Battle of Kursk.
Do we call this the second or the third?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but they tried to attack the weak points again, and it did not go that well. The Russians have
Yeah,
really
no.
solidified their defenses here.
Yeah,
So,
no, it is not a very pretty it is not a very pretty battle right now.
mhm. And the one,
Essentially what happened was the city of Takino, the village of Takino has been targeted repeatedly, but they just can't break through.
yeah, it looks like there's this river here that'll probably kind of settle along a little bit, and they'll be protected from attacks from the north and just push south. So Kursk is off the table. They're gonna continue going into Sumy. So
Yeah.
Leopard tank was destroyed. I think a Leopard too, right?
Actually I think the Leopard 1 tank, but
Oh, okay.
yes, a Leopard 2 was recently destroyed in one of the pushes into Sumi and captured, actually.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have too many of those. The leopards they have like 1,000 of. I think they got 1,000, more maybe more than that by now. But leopard twos are hard to replace. So the main focus of the fighting is still in Luhansk and Donetsk. Again, the major fighting is around Toretsk and Pokrovsk. And we can see
Yep.
here at Pokrovsk, they are starting to push on the flanks of the city, getting it in a partial envelopment. The 72nd Mechanized, that's the unit we've been following for a while. I think for like over a year now. Like they're back over
Yep.
here in this area. Their counteroffensive has stopped, been pushed back, and now they're kind of struggling to hold against the Russian attacks. So it's
Yeah,
it's sucks the amount of stuff they have to fight because you see it on the telegram and they're just outgunned. Not much they can
I
do.
know.
And that's
Well,
that's the story of every single one of these battles.
I know, it's just like, they're very, very stunned.
Mhm.
It's like, what can you do?
Yep. Here they pushed into a new oblast. If you have any details, Yard.
Sure. So, the bordering Oblast to Donetsk,
Yoink.
uh, God damn it, I hate trying to pronounce these names.
No.
Dnipropetrovsk. Uh,
Yeah.
the one I have butchered the name is the bordering oblast to Donetsk, and they recently pushed in with not. I don't think anything's been captured, but now Russian troops are operating in this oblast by Donetsk. This is very important because this is sort of like, I want to say, closer to the motherland, like the heartland of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
welcome
very
to the
like,
stream, Mexi. How are you doing today?
hey, Mexi, how you doing?
All right. Long range strikes. Reports from the Institute for the Study of War has actually said for the last 3 days there haven't been any long range strategic strikes from Russia. And I think this is part of their Victory Day parade stuff. Love you, Elf. Thanks,
Mm-hmm.
Mexi.
Hello, Mexi.
You're streaming? Oh, okay. The Ukrainians, however, have done a ton of long range strikes, and that's also because of the parade. So I think we'll cover that in the next slide. Oh, no, just a little side note. The Chinese are building a really, really big military facility close to Beijing, and
Yep.
they're saying it's like 1,000 to 1,500 acres. Like so, it's a massive underground structure. It'll cost about $5 billion, and we don't really know what it's going to be because it's super, super secret.
Yeah, it's probably, what is it? It's probably gonna be just Chinese Pentagon, but we never, we never know. Maybe it's something secret, or maybe it's a
True.
factory.
Yeah.
Could you imagine it's a factory?
Right.
Like it's just
Oh
a
yeah.
big factory.
The Ukrainian air defense naval drone did shoot down an Su-30. So the aircraft they shot down, it's a Hoi 4 center. True. Welcome to the
Yes.
stream, Riz.
Welcome.
They used an R-73, so this is a Russian-made missile, and it shot
Yes.
down the Su-30. This is the first instance of a naval drone shooting down an aircraft, I think. Right?
Yes, but to be
Yeah.
100% fair, it was the missile doing the heavy lifting.
True, but now you can like kind of. It's like a little.
People are like, yeah, the drone got it. It's like technically the drone got it,
Mhm.
but technically the it's like technically the missile hit
Yeah.
it.
True.
Sorry, I'm just
Uh.
a jerk when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. In bad news, the Ukrainian HIMARS was destroyed. So these are super expensive and not pretty much not replaceable for Ukraine.
Yes.
So it
So
was killed by an FPV drone. So kind of the lowest level thing took it out. So they finally got
yeah.
one.
Uh
No.
are we saying like finally got one like directly hit by an FPV drone or just hit by missiles? Because a few have been destroyed by missiles.
Yeah, but it's been a while since they got one. They've been hunting them for a
True.
long, long time.
I think they've just been hiding them. I swear to God, I feel like they've just been hiding them.
Yeah. Oh, this one's yours. Greece is not giving back the air defense.
Yes, Greece is basically not allowing its Patriot SAM system to go to Ukraine after Ukraine has to repair two of them. Suspicious that Ukraine has to repair two of them, wink, wink. But
Mm-hmm.
it's basically Greece's Patriot systems are usually actually put in Saudi Arabia and not in Ukraine. So I think
Mm.
Greece just kind of doesn't want to lose its only air defense.
Yeah. Yeah, because they are still rivaled with Turkey. I think Turkey's in NATO, so
Yes,
they don't like each other, but it's way more stable than other places in the world.
I know. By the way, I looked it up. There are 7 HIMRs destroyed in the war so far.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of higher than I thought.
Oh, I don't know if I covered this last time, but we covered the U.S. bilateral economic partnership agreement. So
Mhm.
this let them fast track another 30 billion in military aid. So they're gonna be able to get a lot of military aid this year.
That's good.
So
And it's funny,
yeah,
they passed it almost unanimously. I don't know what those 9 were, but
yeah. Considering the state of their country, maybe because it's 9 no, not like or it's all green is good, red is probably no. Yellow's maybe abstain, and then 9 couldn't show up. Maybe they were busy. Who knows? That's my guess. And next, the UK. Oh my god, I think this was such a bad choice to do. I don't know if we covered this last
yes,
time,
we did
but they
not. This
trans.
happened literally the night before.
Yeah,
Like,
so they transferred almost the entirety of their Sparty capabilities. They donated 68. What were they called again? I forget the call.
at AS90s.
Yeah, AS90s. So now they only have 14 archers and 29 M270s.
That's
So
really bad.
that is the hugest chunk. That's almost the entire branch of their armed forces they've given to Ukraine, which is good for Ukraine, but UK, come on. You should have more than this. You're a world power.
No, you don't understand. Ukraine needs all of them. They're gonna destroy them all, but you don't understand.
Hmm. Uh
Don't
oh,
understand.
also, Russians have replenished a few jets.
Yeah, 2 new Sukhoi 34s were delivered this week. Pretty interesting. They really are. I guess they're just the most popular because, like, what we had 2 earlier this year, and now we have another 2.
Mhm.
So I
Cannon,
it really
welcome. Thank you for this. Joining the stream. Welcome, welcome.
welcome. Thank you for. You're actually doing really well on followers, by the way. Almost
Oh,
550.
thank you.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Hmm? I gotta do the Fallout New Vegas stream. I was too EP this week, so I didn't get to play that stream that much. But next week for
Yeah.
sure. So
Nice.
yesterday was the Victory Day parade. So over the past week, they've moved a ton of air defense into Moscow. As you can see here, they're just kind of throwing it on top of buildings, which turns out it's not so effective because there's a lot of things blocking line of sight. Thank you for the hat back. Welcome to the stream,
Yeah.
Riz. So it did, however, protect most of the parade. They didn't attack the parade directly, and they had 11,000 troops and 180 military vehicles were at the parade. They didn't
Yep.
hit the parade directly, but they did hit I think it was the airfield and like
No, nothing.
near. No?
Nothing got hit during the parade. There was only one drone recorded to cross the border, and it just hit Belgorod. It just hit some poor guy in Belgorod.
Oh, I mean over the course of the week though. I think they hit a
Whoa.
unit concentration that was going like for the parade. They hit like a little in their motor pool or whatever.
I haven't heard anything like that, but it could be true. It could not.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Here
was
were the
gonna say I haven't.
countries. I think this is pretty much right. I don't think there's any
Yes.
changes. So yeah.
No.
So China,
Nothing.
North Korea
Nothing
didn't go.
changed.
I thought North Korea went.
So North Korean leadership did not go, but North Korean soldiers went, and I was kind of like
Uh
on the edge if I should include them, just like Azerbaijan.
yeah. So I would include them
So
because I think the whole point of the parade was to show that they have all this international support to like their own people and to these other countries. That they do
yeah,
have international support for their attack on Ukraine. So
which I mean, as you can see, it's mostly concentrated in Asia, a little bit in Europe support, and maybe a little bit South America.
mhm, mhm. And then you can see
Yes.
they have dudes set up guarding the parade, keeping an eye out
Yep.
for any attacks. There's some of the world leaders here. They did have quite a few tanks. Do we know what kind of tanks these were?
Yes, so I can, as you click through, I can help you with it. So these are the T90s, T90Ms. These are the more advanced ones.
Mm-hmm.
These were given specifically to the Moscow parade. There was other parades that had hundreds of different, that had T80s, T72s, and
Yeah.
no, surprisingly, no T55s or T62s anywhere.
Okay, so yeah, these would have definitely been a high value target. Not you don't want to blow up the parade. That looks bad, but when
Yes.
they after the parade, when they go home to like the motor pool before they ship out, that's
Yeah.
when you want to attack them. Here's
Yeah,
another
and I have an
picture
up
of the
close.
T90. That's
Yeah, I
a
have an
good
up
looking
close photo
tank.
of it. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love the T90M. I really think they've everyone. I really think the aesthetic's nice. I really think they've added so much to it.
Yeah, it's better than the Leopards right now, and they've kind of upgraded it to where I Chat, forgive me, but I think it's better than the Abrams right now. It's better than the Abrams
Ooh,
variants. Yeah, right.
controversial. Stirring up
So,
the pot.
oh
No,
no,
no, no, no, no. That's a no-no. I can't believe you're doing
I know,
that.
right? I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah,
Oh, I
100%.
know this one. This is old tank.
Yes, SU 100, German tank, I think, or no, sorry, Soviet tank.
What? Oh yeah, yeah. Cannons
Oh,
like lol. True. Here's some T
oh, I
thirty
was gonna say.
fours.
Oh, I was gonna say earlier. If you go to slide 23, I just
Mhm.
wanted to point out there was a T14. T14s are
Oh,
still being used in the parades,
okay, very nice. All right,
but
hopefully.
only in Kazan.
Ah, okay. Because the T-14 is supposed to be like their next thing, but I think the T-90 has kind of surpassed it. Like that's what they're
Yeah,
going
it's
with.
kind of yeah. I think they kind of realized it was a better. It's better for the urban combat.
Yeah, T-34s. These, I think, are these the North Korean ones? The North Korean?
No, these are the
No,
new ones.
no.
The Russian new ones, the 152 millimeter ones.
Hmm. And then here we have a little itty bitty baby tank.
Yep, World War II tank.
Yeah, Grandpa got to come out for the parade. What's good,
What's
homies?
good,
Hi,
home?
Mackie. We are covering the
Hello, Mackie.
parade today.
Yeah, I do apologize. I could not get information from all the parades. There was about like 600 in Russia, but I got like the
Mm.
most important one. For example, here is the Chinese delegation.
Yeah, so they are showing their support for Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And then this
This
is
is the Vietnamese
Vietnamese.
one. Yep.
Uniforms looking pretty nice. I wish like, NATO stuff had very nice uniforms like this. Why don't we do that still? What country is this? This is
Myanmar, Burma.
Myanmar. Ah, okay, okay. Then next one is I can't tell. This
Laos.
Laos? Okay. So they have a lot of
Yes.
international Asian support that they're showing off. They're showing off their drones here. These are the Shahids, right?
Yes. Jaren 2s for all of the nerds out there.
Okay. They're ATVs with the drones on them. So these ATVs have actually been pretty decent in some cases.
Yeah, they're amphibious. Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty cool. All right.
yeah.
So now we're on to India. So there is a massive air battle with like about 100 planes that were fighting over
Hmm.
Kashmir, and the Indians lost. We're guessing because there's a lot of misinformation. We think 3 Rafaels, 1 MiG, 1 Su-30, and 29 drones.
I
And
I would like to update that. Apparently, it's
oh,
actually 79.
holy moly! Okay.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was pretty bad. Here's the thing. It was not. India was able to get some missile launches, but it was not. This war was not anything supportive of them. This was a
yeah,
big loss for them.
yeah. So here we have the instruction. So they got their jets up, changed the ROE to attack the Indian planes, and the main thing I think that made Pakistan win the air war was they had an AWACS and India did not.
Yes.
So that AWACS is the command and control of the Air Force. So that just lets you know it's a huge, huge deal. The French are freaking out because the Rafales got clapped by Chinese planes. So
Well,
that's.
it's always the pilot. I'd always like to point this out. Is
Mhm.
never the tools. It is always the pilot. Pilots sometimes are not the smartest, and I imagine these. As you can see, there's no AWACS for India, so I imagine that they probably did not expect an air battle.
Yeah. The the Indians lost the air battle. I think they were managed to strike most of the ground targets they wanted to, though. So did
Yeah.
they hit 3 airfields at the end? I think we'll cover that in a minute.
Yes.
Yep. So they used Pakistan's used JF-17s, J-10s, F-16s, and the PL-15 missiles, which turns out are really really good.
Yep. One of the best.
Again, here's I think this is from Pakistan media where they're showing
All
the
the Indian
the
fighter
debris.
jet losses. Yeah.
So they did keep their planes over their own territories. That way, there wouldn't be any chance of pilots getting captured or anything like that. So, a good move from both
It's
sides there.
very smart.
Mm. And there has been claims where they keep saying they've captured pilots, but I don't think so because they're both staying over their own places.
Yeah, no one's
Mm.
captured anybody. If they did, it'd be crazy.
Yeah. So here, there's a lot of missile attempts, mostly concentrated at the disputed territory, but it has leaked over across the entire border.
Uh huh.
Oh, Back to Ukraine. There's
Yep.
a new Garand 2. What's this about?
Uh,
Y'all.
So I don't know. Ukraine just is claiming that there's a new Garand 2 coming out that they've bought. I haven't like. Unfortunately, they never elaborate. It was just on a Telegram chat explaining that like, oh, the Gerontunes are getting a lot harder to shoot down and a lot harder to see. So I'm
Ah,
assuming these are updated ones, better aerodynamics and everything.
yeah. Okay. Oh, a little bit of an improvement. Uh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they've delivered some more T90s and T72s, so they're continuing to build their armored core.
Hmm.
The Russian production has been insane. The amount of stuff they've been able to make. I thought they'd slow down, but they're just building more. I mean,
Yeah. I
their economy's taking a hit, but I don't know if
yeah. It
Ukraine can
hasn't
sustain
died.
this. Yeah.
It's funny. Everyone assumed it would die, but it just hasn't. It just shows the resilience of them, like just forcing it. They're basically just forcing it, you know.
Yeah. Uh, North Korea has upgraded their main battle tank. This
Hmm.
is very likely due to the agreements they have with Russia, their technology sharing, and they're going to be able to build stuff. Maybe they'll sell it to Russia in the future, but they're getting good
I
stuff
don't
now.
think so. I
They're,
don't
they're
think so. No offense. Those are
no,
terrible tanks.
I don't know. With the technology sharing pack, they're starting to build some not terrible things. They're starting like they might be again, it's hard to we're guessing quite a bit now, but I
So I
think they're
want to say
getting
it
a
like
little
this.
bit scary.
I would say it like this. North Korean technology sharing is probably at the same level as 90s Russia and China. So, yeah, it's getting better, but it's going to take another couple of years for them to push forward 100%.
Hmm. Uh, Port Sudan. So they hit Port Sudan. What happened?
So, Rapid Security Forces, the army that is currently fighting the Sudanese military,
Uh
with the
huh.
help of the UAE, has been helping bomb Port Sudan, which is currently its capital. Uh, I wanted to bring this up because it's a very undercovered war, but Port Sudan is now facing constant drone strikes. This is actually out of date. It's been 5 days of constant drone strikes on
Oh
Port
wow.
Sudan, and it's
Hello.
just not at all mentioned.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard anything about this. I'll look into it a little bit later, but yeah, this. I don't think it. Do you think it has a chance to escalate?
Well, it's already in a civil war, but it really
Okay.
just depends on. It really depends on who wants to continue the fight. You know, like
Yeah.
who wants this fight.
Layla Thomas Power. Hello, Iron. Hey, Layla. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Oh, here's some of the UAE force off of the Gulf. They use these drones to attack.
Yes, and
Ooh.
they use their base in Puntland, sorry, Somalia, to bomb it. UAE hosts a massive base there.
Hmm. Okay. Here, the U.S. Houthi have ceasefired, and we are kind of
In
settling down.
Yeah, I
So
think we're in a
yeah,
weird spot.
mhm. So it's hard to say who won. I think the Houthis kind of unexpectedly kicked the shit out of CENTCOM. They punched up really, really hard, but the U.S. did achieve most of their strategic goals because their strategic goal was the safe passage of ships.
Yeah, it's kind
Yemen
of
wants
a
to hit Israel and the ships. Their main thing was fighting Israel. So, I mean, we both win, right? You can call this a
it's
win-win.
it's sort of a how do I put it? It's sort of a no one wins.
What do you mean?
Nobody wins, but we didn't lose.
I
So
don't know.
everybody saves face.
I think everyone achieved their goals. Couldn't they have just
Yeah,
talked about this? Oh well.
I wish.
So,
Yeah, so here are the
the
losses on both
yeah.
sides.
So Jeez, we lost so many Reapers. So that's like $1 billion of equipment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so and 3 killed. The Houthis is
Yeah.
really, really uncertain how much was destroyed over here. But for Houthis in
Oh my.
Iran, they consider this a gigantic win. They took out $1 billion of stuff for.
Yeah. Also, a lot of
Mhm.
the it's like we can't really confirm any of the dead either, and how many of these are civilians versus actual soldiers. So it's sort of it's an unfortunate. We'll let you go this time, buddy.
Yep. And Houthi Israel are now just fighting each other directly. So they do not lose, but they do not win. But we lose, but we win, but we do not win? Exactly.
Yes.
There, you
Exactly.
got it,
Welcome to
Kamikaze.
geopolitics.
Welcome,
Welcome
welcome.
to welcome to the geopolitical state of the world. Hey.
Hey. Alright, so they are directly attacking Israel now, and that's probably going to have consequences, but
Oh, 100%.
that'll show up later. So they
You're
directly
about to
hit an
see the
airport.
consequences.
Yeah. Oh, so Israel is it the Israeli counterattack or the Houthi attack?
Yes, this is the Israeli counterattack.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
this
they
is
hit the.
Sana International Airport before
Hmm.
and after. It was not in use at all, by the way. These planes
Ah,
had kind of been left to rot. So the important thing is that the terminals got destroyed.
okay. So yeah, that's quite a bit. Oh, the
Yeah.
Japanese looking to make a new 5th gen jet.
Hmm. So Japan has announced that it's attempting to look for a fifth generation plane partner and is sort of going around shopping it around. They asked India if they would like to help.
Mm, yeah, after
And
the recent events, I think India will be on board with that.
India's just kind of I feel like India's in a weird spot because it's kind of can't decide on what it wants to do. And
Hmm.
it's sort of its indecisiveness will be its death because it
Yeah,
does it want an F-35? Does it want a Sukhoi 57? Does it want to do this Japanese one?
I know, but
It's indecisive. It doesn't know what it wants.
yeah, they might make a quick decision though after they got beat up. So,
I I think they're
oh,
gonna go with F-35 if they wanted to.
nah, there's no way the U.S. is gonna sell to them. They're not allied enough.
Yeah, we're not big enough allies.
Yeah. So there was a new drone fleet airbase. I think this was a few days ago, but they have a lot of drones.
Yes. So for context, these are not your average everyday suicide drones. These are actual like these ones have missiles that launch off. Like these are actual aircraft, and Iran is claiming up to 1,000 of them exist now.
There's that's too many. I don't believe it. No way.
I am putting estimates at maybe 100, 150, 200 because I don't
Yeah.
believe Iran could as you see these are not like suicide drones. So I don't believe Iran has the capacity to build any of that.
Yeah. It's too many.
A
All right.
thousand seems insane.
Yep.
They,
So, I want to go back to
Mhm.
India here. So, what I think is going to happen next is both sides are finding out that this is actually really expensive and not worth it. So, they're going to try and calm things down a little bit while they look for opportunities. They're gonna try and fight over they're gonna see something stupid where they're like, oh, there you see a weakness because India already lost like $1 billion worth of equipment, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh,
and Pakistan got their airfields hit and a lot of other stuff hit too. So they didn't exactly protect it. What did I join? Welcome to the stream, Andrin. Welcome, welcome. We are doing
welcome.
Armchair General, and I think we just finished it up. So that was
Yeah.
our last slide.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I
let's
know, we just like
see.
we were like, let's speed through this. Even it's like I wish we had more time,
Mm-hmm.
but like I was like, it's like there is one thing I do want to share. I'm gonna add it in, so you, just like a silly little doodle I did, just for
Okay.
everybody to have fun. I want to add in the silly little doodle I did yesterday for the
Yoink.
stream. So
No, my hat.
yeah, I added it. Sorry, I added
Is it
it
up?
in so you guys can see it.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, yep. He's out of there.
It was really funny. I was like, I when Iron was like, "Yo, this India stuff's blood," I was like, "Okay, let me draw me like us on like a J17 and him in a like a towels," and I just
Ah,
I kind of did not have enough time to make a fully formed joke with this, so I just doodled this.
Jeff 17. True. It looks very nice. I like the jet. It's so cool looking.
I know it's a cool jet. It's really nice, and it's like it's a great evolution. I feel like everyone always makes fun of it. They're like, "Oh, it's just a MiG," but it's like I think it's a nice jet,
Yeah.
and it
Plain
proved
yum.
itself.
True. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Mexi. Mexi is playing War Thunder, so maybe we'll be able to see some cool jets there. But thank you everyone
Yes.
for stopping by. And let me see, what's the next stream we have? Is War Thunder tomorrow with Yari and Vimes. So look forward to that. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for stopping.